G'day guys, how you going? I'm Isky and welcome to my YouTube channel. And I just found something really cool at the dump. And it's not that washing machine. It's still in the van. I thought we'd do an unvanning where I open this van up and do a big reveal. Even though you guys already know what it is. Alright, so look at that! I found myself an Airless Sprayer. How cool is that? It was just sitting in the dirt waiting for me. It was just waiting for me. And the funny thing is, I've only just in the last couple of months, learnt about them. I didn't even know they existed. I was actually painting my house a couple of months ago, and I knew about them then. I think I just found out about these Airless Sprayers, and I was dreaming about owning one. I just wanted one. I was thinking, oh, I wish I had an Airless Sprayer. And what do you think? 2 months later, I find one sitting in the middle of a, dirt patch at the dump, waiting to be pushed up by the bulldozer. So we saved it. By now this should be in landfill or basically, in a big tangled mess of steel waiting to be melted down. But we saved it. So I don't know anything, I don't really know too much about them. Like, honestly, I don't know anything about them. But I just had a look around. So I saw that sitting in the middle of the, like I said, I just saw that sitting there. And then next to it, this hose was coiled up nicely right next to it. And I went, oh, that must go with that. Obviously, there's paint all over it. Looks good. And then I saw that and I thought, that's got to be part of it. I mean, that looks like a filter, like a sieve. I'm guessing that goes into the paint. And this end here goes somewhere else. I'll work out that later. And then I looked down and I found this. It's like the gun. Nice spring action. It feels really good. I mean, there can't be too much that can go wrong with those, right? So I don't know if this works or not, so we're going to find out. And then I saw this, and I'm pretty sure that this is part of it. It must be like an extension for the gun. I'm pretty sure I've seen YouTube and they have like a long piece on there, so that must be part of it. So we'll put that there as well. And then I saw scattered around all of these little pits. There was a plastic bag, this, Glad bag was sitting down. It looked like it was full at one stage, but all of the stuff that was in it was actually just scattered around. So let me just set you down here, angle you up a bit, and show you what's inside. So I picked up all of this stuff and I basically put it back into this bag. So there's all this other little accessory bit, so I'll have to work out what these things are for. Wouldn't have a clue what that is. Don't know what that is. There's like a bag full of little, O-rings and seals and things like that, if I can get in shot. Here's another one of those O-rings, so I'll put that in there. So I got that. I got whatever that was. Oh look, there's a diagram of how I guess it should go, so that'll come in handy. And then there was this thing here, which looks like it's part of, well, it looks like it's a second one of these. And it's got, I noticed it's got $67 written on it, so that's pretty expensive. That's brand new, it hasn't even been opened. HYVST, which is the brand of this thing, I noticed. So interesting. So what do you think? What do you say we do an old-fashioned driveway kind of repair, even though it might work? But if it doesn't work, we'll see if we can fix it. But, cool. I reckon that's a cool thing. Always wanted one. Always wanted one for the last 2 months since I discovered them. They existed. So, excellent. Let's do it. I'm just going to set you up, pull this thing out, and I'll be back soon. I reckon we should just set up here, eh? It's good to me. Okay, where should I set you up? I might actually just grab this ladder that I found at the dump. Beautiful ladder. I'll show you what's wrong with it. See, this is busted. Wish I had a TIG welder or, you know, whatever welds aluminium. See, that's what happens. That side's come off. In fact, I reckon it will actually be okay just with one side. I might put a bolt through there, and you can see there, that just needs to go in that hole. But yeah, this side's a bit dodgy. Anyway, so what I might do is just put that there like that, and you can sit on top of that and angle you down. All right, I'm going to go and get something to sit on. Okay, how about an old school arcade stool? That'll do it. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work. What are these stools called? What were they called? I think they're called, are they Coroma stools? Okay, so I guess realistically I should jump online and just see if I can find some instructions, but stuff that. Let's just see if we can do this by ourselves first. Just see if you can see what I'm doing. Okay, I'll just sit here, eh? So this here looks like something is supposed to go in there. So let's take that off. I bet you any money you could put that on. I bet you that goes on there like that. You could do that. So let's just put that back there for a start and have a look at all of this stuff. Let's hold that out and have a look at that. We've got our O-rings. I reckon this is pretty integral. Like, see, it looks like, and that thing there, like this here, looks like a tiny little nozzle, if you ask me. There's like a tiniest little hole that goes through there. So I reckon that's where the paint comes out of, maybe. So maybe that goes in there. Maybe? Does that fit? Oh, that slides in nicely. Alright, let's mess around a bit more. So, in fact, oh shit, the back end of this just came out. Oh, look at that. So that's actually, I don't know if you can see that, that's actually cut. I reckon that's cut to cradle that. Yep, perfect. Okay, so like I showed you that's got a nice curve there to cradle this, I reckon. Now, if you have a look, there's a hole in here. There's a hole in there too. So I reckon that is supposed to obviously turn and marry up there. Maybe that's how you turn it on and off. You just lock it off, turn it on when you want the paint to come out. Sorry about this award-winning camera work. But, alright, let's actually just put that back the way it was. So that was pushed in there like that, I think. Where's that gun? Let's undo this. Let's see, I reckon that probably goes on like that. Let's get that and go over the top. Is that going to work? Yep. I think. Don't cross the threads. Ah, look at that. I reckon I'm going to have to confirm all of this on YouTube or the internet. Ah, yeah, that's how it goes. Alright, so that is how it goes. But the way I've got it, if you see that, if you can see there, basically that curve needs to actually marry up with that curve on this brass part. So when that's turned around like that, that inner one that I showed you before, that needs to kind of, I need something pointy to, I need a nail. This might work, I don't know what it is. I reckon, would that turn around? Oh, there we go. Perfect. See what I'm saying? So that is in line with that now. So I reckon if we get this, whatever that was, the nozzle, I'm thinking it's a nozzle, that hole there is probably designed to line up with that hole in there, like I said before, if I don't drop it and wreck it. So let's get this and push it in there. Is that going to go in now? I bet you it's not going to go in because I need to loosen it off and then tighten it up. Alright, let's try that again. There we go. It's coming together, I think. Is that right? Hang on. Alright. Is that how it goes? You reckon that's how it goes? So when you want to paint something, it's open, you just, and then when you don't want to paint, you just turn that maybe downwards and it locks it off. Maybe, I don't know. There's a good chance that's right. I don't know. I'm not sure what this ridge here is for. Anyway, let's just, I think that might be okay. Listen, we're not going to be using paint or anything, so I don't care. We're just going to be using water. So how does this work, do you think? Oh, hang on a second. That thing there. I do remember seeing one of these. I think that goes on the end. Maybe that's what that ridge is for. Oh, look at that. So this has like a key thing here. See how that's like a square off? I reckon that actually slides into that part there. I reckon we're on the right track. So what would happen if I just push that in there like that? Nothing. It's not going to work. Let me have a think. Maybe this, let me pull that out. Let me see if it, go over the top. Yeah, that goes in there. I hope I'm in shot here. I hope I'm in shot. Am I in shot? Yeah. Okay, I think that should just slide over the top by the looks of things. Maybe not. Oh, hang on a second. Oh, hang on a second. Let me just pull that out and just slide. Maybe it's on the wrong way. There we go. That's it. I think that's it. I think I just had it around the wrong way. See if that pushes in. Just pull that out now. I think that's it. I think that's how it probably goes. There's probably a bunch of painters watching me going, God, this guy's a dickhead. Okay, I think that's it. But that just means this thing can pull out any time. Is that how it's supposed to go, or is that supposed to lock in? I don't know. I reckon we should just roll with that for the time being. In fact, where are those instructions? I saw some. Here we go. Alright, so we got that, remember? Let me just look at this. Instant seal. It's not really helping me. We have this arrow here. It did say that. It did have something about that on that card, actually. What is that saying? Remove seal. Oh, that's just to push that back end out, that part that I showed you before. I think that is good enough for the time being. I can't see why that's not going to work for us. I think that'll work for us. Okay, so I guess that's our trigger. Now, let's look at all of this other stuff, like this thing. Like I said, I reckon this goes in the paint and filters, sieves the paint. We don't want chunky bits going through our hose, I guess, which means this bit here, the other end, must attach to our machine, which, what do you reckon? Do you think it attaches to that bit? All right, let's just angle you up. Let's see if this attaches. Does that go on there like that? Ah, that looks good. And that looks weird the way it's angled down. Then again, I guess you could probably pull it out this way. Is that nut? Or maybe if you slacken that off, this will, yeah, there we go. It's hard to do this while holding a camera. So I reckon if we do that, and then this we can stick that in our water bucket. Let's try doing that. I'll just put you back here, and I reckon this hose, let's have a look at this hose. These ends are identical. They are exactly the same. In fact, I have a feeling, now that I look at it, can you see there is a black O-ring in this one closest to me? But this one doesn't have one. I think it's missing one. So I wonder if in that packet of O-rings we'll find an O-ring. We might need that. Anyway, I don't think I'm going to bother about that until I actually, want to hook it up to some paint. So, in fact, I'll put the part that doesn't have the O-ring, I'll stick that up here. I think that's where this goes. That looks good. And the gun. Let's see. Yep, that obviously would go into there, I think. Might have to go and get myself a spanner or something and tighten this up. I reckon that's it, guys. I think that's probably it. I don't know what this yellow one is. Would this be like a breather? I reckon that's probably your breather, because it'll need air, won't it? Listen, I'm just going to go and grab. I am just going to go and grab myself a bucket of water, and we'll test this out. What do you think? All right, back in a sec. You like that bucket? I was at the dump and I found all these beautiful stainless steel buckets. They look like they're out of some kind of milking shed. But anyway, I think that should do it. Hopefully that's going to reach. Is that going to go in there? Only just. Oh, listen, I'm just going to get some more water. It's not enough. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can... That'll do. Okay, we need power. Hopefully this little extension cord is going to be long enough. Yes, it will be. Okay. Plugging it in now. Plugged in, it's obviously not turned on. Now, what do you think? How do we turn this on? Down there. Ready? I heard something. I heard a relay. I heard a relay click in. How come I'm not getting any? Oh, maybe I'm. Let me have a look. How does this work? All right. So it's not going to be as simple as just turning it on and using it. There's something wrong with it. I'm pretty sure I heard a click. I'm pretty sure I heard a I'm fairly certain I heard like a relay click in. Spray prime. What's this thing do? That looks like a safety switch. I'm just going to unplug this and push this in. It looks like a safety cutout switch at the back. Turn it off. Alright, let's try that again. Nothing. It's just dead. Shit. Yeah, that's plugged in okay. I'll bring you back because I have a feeling I know exactly what's wrong. I bet you any money, like any of these devices that have a motor, an electric motor, I guarantee you there's a capacitor inside there. I bet you any money that capacitor's stuffed. I'm just going to unplug this. Come on. Alright, so it's unplugged. Let's take that capacitor cap off. Get you out of the way. I'll set you up here. Alright, so can you see? Okay. Let's take this capacitor cap off. Because when these die, motors tend to stop working. Oops, don't lose that. Okay. So in here we have a capacitor. I'll just set you back there. It'd be handy if there was a nice bulge somewhere letting me know that it was dead. Oh, look at... Oh, look at this. That capacitor is 100% stuffed. You see that nice big bulge at the end? Looks like it's, you know, been trying to leak out some shit. I reckon this is dead. So I think we need a new capacitor. Alright, so let's read this. What does it say? CBB60. We need a 35 microfarad. See that 35 UF? So I have to go and look online now. I was hoping to... Oh, listen, I'll do this. I'll actually go and order a capacitor and I should get it in the next week or two. And we'll finish this off, eh? Yeah, I reckon that's the problem. Look at that. That's definitely a dead capacitor. So, interesting to see the way this is connected up. Let me just put you back here. Alright. I don't think I like that very much, but oh well, that's what they've used. There's a little bit of that green stuff going on. We might have to clean that up. But I have a feeling, hopefully you can buy these capacitors that have these ends on them. Otherwise we're going to have to cut the ends off this and solder them onto a fresh capacitor. Yeah, because I don't feel like opening up this unit. Alright, so guys, well, listen, I'm not going to sound like I'm ending the video here. I always do that and go and order something and then start it off again. And it's only like a second later for you guys, but it's too... Well, for me, I'm just going to go and order a new capacitor, see if I can order a new capacitor on eBay. That is definitely done. And I'll come back, I'll set this stuff up exactly as it is now, and we'll see if we can, you know, attach it, fix it all up. G'day guys, I'm back. It's 2 weeks later, or a week and a half later, and look what I have. What do you think's in here? Let's have a look. Oh yes, that's what we want. 35 microfarad CBB 60. Excellent. So, excuse me. There wasn't any. I couldn't see. Well, there was. I could actually buy this capacitor. They did have capacitors that had, you know, these particular ends on them, but they were in China. I'm sick of buying stuff from China, so I thought I'm just going to buy this. This came from Melbourne, but obviously it's probably bought in China originally. Let's have a look at that. Now this is what I'm scared of, that it is actually wider, but I got my calipers and I measured the inside of, I did measure the inside of this, you know, cover. And let me just grab the bit of paper, and it, you know, I think it was 40 mil. I'm pretty sure on the eBay it said it was 40 mil, and I did measure this and it was like 42. So let's see if that actually will fit in there. Lengthwise isn't a problem, but let's see if this works. Oh, you're gonna... Please. Oh, you're kidding, it doesn't fit. Oh. Only... Oh, listen, it's pretty tight. Let's take this paper off. Oh, that part goes in. I mean, that will actually... I don't want those terminals to touch the end there, so... Ah, you bastard. You're kidding. Alright, so I have to work out what I can do here. Listen, why don't we hook this up? Should I hook this up without the cap, without the cover, just to see if it's going to work? Let me just set you back up here. I thought this was going to work. I mean, those terminals just touch by a millimetre. If it was a millimetre shorter, that would actually go all the way in. So I'm thinking, for the purpose of this video, well, listen, I want to use this. I reckon I could probably cut these terminals off, go back. They're pretty long. I reckon I could probably cut maybe 4 or 5 mil off that, and that would actually fit in there really nicely. And then maybe we can, because what I'm going to have to do, I am going to have to cut these wires off here and solder them on to here, and maybe we will just use a bit of heat shrink. What do you think? Maybe some heat shrink to kind of protect that off. I reckon that's probably a plan. I'll be very careful. Okay, that's the plan. That's what I'm going to do. I've got my side cutters here anyway. Let's see if we can unplug this. Okay. Alright, so let's just cut this end off. Just for now, I'm just going to put these bits back on here. Oh, damn it. Okay, so I am going to go and grab an angle grinder and just nick these terminals back. Probably 5mm. I think I'll go all the way. I'll go 5mm because I'm going to be, you know, soldering these on there. And then using some heat shrink, covering them with some heat shrink. We'll be right. We'll get that in because I'm sure this will actually push down then. All the way. This will actually fit in there. It just means I don't think I can use that bit of paper, but that's okay. I think, yeah, I don't know why they put that paper in there. But all right, so that's the plan. If I can get this thing out, I don't want to pull on a pin, otherwise I guarantee you I will actually, I'm going to go get a screwdriver and just wedge this back out. And then I'm just going to cut these off with an angle grinder. Back in a tip. Okay, I'm back. I found this angle grinder at the dump. I found a bag full of DeWalt power tools. There's a video, I've got a video of it, where I found all these cordless power tools and I brought them home and they worked. That blade's looking pretty sad. I reckon we've got enough in there to cut these little terminals off though. I forgot my screwdriver. Okay, let's just get that out of there. So how am I going to set you up? Just get these glasses on for a start. Listen, I think I'm just going to cut these. I think I'm just going to cut this just above the hole, because we could probably use that hole to help hold the solder. So let's just put that there. Actually, I wonder if I can just cut. I wonder if these cut. I doubt it. Oh yeah, they do. I could actually just cut them, I think. Yep, side cutters. Why didn't I just use side cutters? Okay, so those side cutters cut quite nicely. So let's just trim this up. That looks better. All right, so we're going to have to work this out. Going to have to solder these on somehow. In fact, I think I could probably solder them on, you know, so that they're protruding outwards anyway. I think I can still do it. I think there's enough cut off now. There's a good 6 or 7mm in there clearance. So let's try and do that, and then we'll stick some heat shrink on and just make sure that's protected. Yeah, all right. Let's go into the shop, the corset shop, and we'll do it there. Oh, there's all too much stuff there. Look, I found all this other stuff the other day. I'm making a video on this computer that I found. $1,400 monitor, 27-inch iMac. Look out for those. So we need to find some space on the table. Let's just maybe do it here. Move this Irish drum out of the way. For those people who aren't familiar with my channel, this is actually what I do for a living. I make corsetry, like I said on the driveway. Women's steel-boned corsetry. But at the moment, I'm just enjoying going to the dump and finding stuff like this. Look at this treadmill. Incredible. Amazing find. It actually works. Let me just turn it on. Found that treadmill. It's worth thousands. 3D printers. Anyway, I'm getting off track again. Okay, so I need to go and get my soldering iron and get to work. All right, back in a sec. Okay, we're back. I couldn't find my wire strippers, so what I thought I might do is just use a razor blade. Let's have a look at this. That much. Hopefully that got through it. Yep. Let's just pull that off. Nice. Two. Okay. Let's just see if this is heated up. All right. Looking good. Okay, let's just put you back there. Okay, so let's have a look at this capacitor. I have to dig it out again. So what I might even do, I don't think we need these corners. I might actually just angle this off a little bit. Let's pick a side. Let's actually use this, pick this side here. This has got the smallest terminals on it. And once we've got it maybe soldered on, I'll actually go and cut the other terminals off. What I might do is just beautiful. Awesome. So we got our solder on our capacitor. So rather than just put these on straight away, in fact I might just cut these off a little bit, cut these back slightly. might just go and see what I got heat shrink wise. Yeah, I don't know how the heat shrink's gonna, might get lucky. And by the looks of things, my dad's got all my heat shrink. I did find this piece, so let's see if this is gonna slide over the top. This is just a clear piece. Let's just cut, say, that much off, just to see. Is it going to go over? That actually will fit over there. Look at that. That's actually quite nice. So let's see if that will actually, yep, I don't need to put that on first. I can actually just solder this on first and then slide it over. So let's try this out. Okay, I'm just going to put this. That's on good. All right, so let's just grab this heat shrink and see if this is going to work. I reckon that'll work. Let's get another bit. Maybe don't make it so, I don't really need it that big. I might actually cut that one down because otherwise it might get a little bit, it might actually get in the way. We don't have enough room at the end, so I might actually cut both of these down. I can always redo this. Now, should I go and get my Weller little hot air gun, or should I just use the soldering iron to shrink this around? I might go and grab my little Weller hot air gun. Ooh, something just fell. Back in a sec, guys. Okay, I'm back. My pyro pen. Piece of crap. It cost me heaps of money, this thing, and it's busted. Oh, that's working now. Alright, let's see if we can shrink these. Yeah, this pyro pen, it kind of floods itself. I mean, it works when there's hardly any gas in there, but if I fill it right up and I point it this way, it kind of floods itself and it goes out. But I don't use it very often, so in fact I'm very happy with that. That looks really cool. That is quite nice. Hopefully that will actually, let me just turn this off. I wonder if I should put some, should I just snip these right off? Yeah, I think I'll just snip these off. I could put some heat shrink over those, but let's just snip them right off. Well, right down anyway. Alright. Oh, there we go. What do you think? Does that look safe enough? Let's see if we can get this into here now. See if we can kind of bend these over. There we go. Yeah, I think that's going to work. might put something inside there that, because that, you can't even see. The wire is actually touching the top of the case there. So I might actually just go and get something to put in between that, maybe that bit of paper that came out of this. I might just put, you know, that in between the top there, just in case any vibrations. I don't think that's going to do anything. It should actually, you know, rub through that heat shrink and through the through this wire casing. Yeah, I think I'll be right. I'm just going to go and grab a bit of paper, like that paper that was wrapped around the original capacitor, and just put it in between up the top, so that there's that paper in between this metal housing and those wires, just for added safety. But otherwise, I'm happy. Oh, look at that. So that is flush now. I can actually put that straight onto the machine, and it's not going to stick out, which is a good thing. All right, so that took us about 15 minutes. Let's go up and see if we can attach this and hopefully have a win. All right, I think we got it. I'd like this casing to be a bit bigger. I might actually 3D print myself something. I think that's probably going to be the best thing to do, is 3D print something. But for now, I just want to see if it works, because if it doesn't work, then I have to, you know, look into it a bit more. Maybe it's something that I can't fix. So let's put you back up here on this step ladder. All right, so I've got my water bucket still just sitting here from a week and a half ago. So let's put you here. Okay, I'm back. Sorry, I had to go and do something. Now, I actually had a quick look at YouTube, and it looks as though that this pipe, this tube, which I thought was like a breather, is supposed to go in the paint bucket as well. So let's just stick that in. I've got my hose here. Let's just put this on. Come on. All right, now I need my shifter. Where did I put my shifter? There we go. Hang on. What do you think? Is this going to work? Is this going to work? Positive thinking, I reckon. I reckon it's going to work. Okay, so that tube's in the water now. Where's the other end of my sprayer? There we go. This is still hooked up from a couple of weeks ago. What do you think? Should we turn it on? All right. 1, 2, fingers crossed. 3. Oh! Awesome. Oh, look at the hose go. The hose is building up some serious pressure by the looks of things. We got pressure. Oh wow! I think we have it. I think we have ourselves an airless sprayer. I think we have ourselves an airless sprayer. Oh yes! Check this out. Hang on. Let's go and use my neighbour's yard. Wow. Wow, okay. Winner, winner. Winner, winner, chicken dinner, so they say. Wow, that's awesome. Oh, better not spray too close to that power lead. Wow, awesome. Wow, I was actually expecting that to hurt, but it's it's just a big fine mist, really, isn't it? Excellent. So now I have to work out what this primer and the spray, what the difference. I think the primer is like a cleaning thing. I think it just kind of, I'll work that out later. But guys, it looks like it works. It looks like we have ourselves an airless sprayer. So, what did this cost me? I think this cost me about $16. That capacitor cost me 16 bucks. It's in there. What I think I might do is just get a bit of plastic, maybe some bubble wrap, and just, you know, I don't know, tape it over the top. I just don't want any water getting inside there. I might get myself another capacitor, something that fits a bit better. I don't know if I could be bothered 3D printing something, 3D printing another case, but hey, listen, this works. Wow. I can't wait to paint something. Let's pretend I'm painting my house. Hang on. Wow, awesome. Awesome. Fantastic. So you know what I'm noticing though? One thing that I am noticing is that the pump or the motor seems to be running like all the time. And I think on most of the airless sprayers that I've seen, it actually just, you know, kicks in when you pull the trigger, and the pressure drops. It just kicks in every time you use it. But this seems to be on all the time. But I have seen, you know, a few of them that are like this, so I'm not worried. That's exactly how it's supposed to be. So there you go. We fixed it. We fixed it. I guess the next time you see this machine will be when I am actually probably spray painting with it, or at least painting with it. Maybe when I do my cinema, my home cinema, I might use this on maybe the soffits. I'm not sure, depends how much masking I'd have to do. But otherwise I'll paint my house, and I'll bring you in and show you what, you know, the dump has provided me with to paint my house. I love it. It's excellent. Works fantastic. All we needed was a $16 capacitor, and that's what we have. Well, there you go, guys. I hope you like that. Might just turn this off. I wonder if I have to maybe put a bit of grease or something in there. I'll look into how to maintain these things. But yeah, I think the only thing I really need to... I think they're pretty basic. Like, you saw how easily... Well, I thought it was pretty easy. Honestly, it may not be put together correctly, but that looks like it's put together correctly. But who knows? I'll look into it. I do know someone who is a painter. They may know, but I think they just use brushes mostly. He's an old school painter. But still got some pressure built up inside. Let's see how long that will take to go down, actually. Well, not long at all. Yeah, so I think all I need to do now is just do some research. Like, honestly, I haven't done any research on these. I just worked this out myself. The only thing I've kind of worked out by looking online was this hose here, which I thought was the breather hose, actually needs to go in the paint, or the, you know, whatever you're shooting out. If you're cleaning this with water like I'm doing, well, I'm just using water now as an example, but I guess if you're going to clean your hose and so forth, you would plunge that into some water. But yeah, I thought that was a breather hose, but obviously it goes in there. So that's the only thing I actually found out by looking online. So I have nothing against looking at instructions or doing research. I mean, I do that constantly in my life, but this was just a fun project just to see how far I could get with working things out myself. So all I need to work out is this prime. I think what we've got it on now is spray, so we just have to work out what this prime feature is. I have a feeling it's just to either yeah, I'm not, maybe just get the paint in the hose. Is that how it works? Yeah, I guess fill the hose up with paint. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into it. But yeah, there you go. I've got myself an almost free. It's a $16 airless spray. I think it's probably just a cheap Chinese one. But hey, they didn't have to pay for it, so that's awesome. Someone just dumped it, and we're recycling. So we saved something else. So cool. I'm going to put this in my tool shed and pull it out when I need it. So guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Please like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.